What's up everybody, I'm Charlie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious fried pork chops. This recipe calls for you to fry 7 pork chops, enough to serve about 7 people. Not only are these fried pork chops tender, juicy, and well seasoned, but they are absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Here is all that you will need to make your fried pork chops. Let's get started with our ingredients. You will need 3 pounds, that's 7 assorted pork chops. You will also need some all-purpose flour, 3 large eggs, 48 fluid ounces of canola oil, and for your seasonings you will need some salt, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Now if you don't have this, you can use the Zatarain's Creole seasoning or the Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning. You will also need some Chef Paul Prud'homme's Portrait Magic, onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, and some dried thyme. And there we have it. Let's get straight to it. Add your pork chops into a strainer and rinse your pork chops off with cold water. Now I like to do this step just to rinse off any blood or any particles that might be on the pork chops. We've transferred our pork chops onto a chopping board. We're going to take some napkins and we're going to pat the pork chops dry. Now let's add some seasoning. We're going to lightly sprinkle some salt. No measurements are required. We're going to lightly sprinkle some Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Now I forgot to add the Chef Paul Prud'homme's Portrait Magic on top. You can do that step now. Now we're going to lightly sprinkle some onion powder, garlic powder, some cayenne pepper, can't go wrong with that, and some dried thyme. Just lightly sprinkle it on top, don't go overboard. Now we're going to flip the pork chops over. And again, we're going to lightly sprinkle some salt. Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Now I did forget to add the Chef Paul Prud'homme's Portrait Magic. You can lightly sprinkle that right now. Okay? Lightly sprinkle some onion powder, garlic powder, your cayenne pepper, just a little bit now, not too much, just sprinkle a little bit as you see right here on the video. And some dried thyme. We've transferred our pork chops into a large bowl. We're going to cover this and place this into our refrigerator for 1 hour or overnight. Alright, here we have 3 large eggs into a medium-sized bowl. We're going to sprinkle 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1/8 teaspoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, 1/4 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Portrait Magic, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Take a whisk and stir all your ingredients together until combined. Now a little bit of seasoning goes a long way. Gotta season everything. Now let's make our all-purpose flour batter. Add 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, 2 teaspoons of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Portrait Magic, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, can't go wrong with that, and 2 teaspoons of dried thyme. Give this a quick stir. Now some people might say this is a lot of seasoning. No worries, we're lightly coating this all-purpose flour batter onto our pork chops. So only a certain percentage of that seasoning will go onto the pork chops, okay? Say, bro, I don't know about y'all, but Charlie likes seasoning in his food. After we fry our pork chops, here I have a pan with a rack inside of it. We're going to place our pork chops on this when they're finished. Now if you don't have that, here I have a serving dish lined with some napkins. You're going to place your pork chops on there once you're finished, okay? Now let's fry our pork chops. Preheat your fire to medium-high heat. In a cast iron skillet, add 4 1/2 cups of canola oil. Let this get hot for about 8 to 10 minutes. Let's get started with battering our pork chops. We're going to take each individual pork chop, add it into our seasoned egg mixture, and as you add the pork chop in there, some of that seasoning will go into the egg mixture, and that'll give it a little bit more flavor. You want to shake some of that egg mixture off as we want a light coating. Add it into your all-purpose flour batter. Want to shake the bowl to lightly coat that pork chop with the all-purpose flour batter. Now we're going to remove the pork chop, shake it a little bit to get some of that all-purpose flour batter off, and place it into the hot oil. Now frying times vary depending on the size of the pork chop, so you want to pay attention to that, okay? Let this fry for about 3 to 5 minutes on each side. So after 3 or 5 minutes, you're going to flip the pork chop over. And once done, you're going to remove the pork chop. Now the frying times is in between 6 to 10 minutes, okay? And you're going to add your pork chops onto your serving rack or your serving dish lined with napkins. Let these cool for about 5 to 10 minutes before serving. Here is the final presentation, and there you have it, homemade fried pork chops. If you like my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. You can also check out this recipe along with all of my other recipes at www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook and on Instagram under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's taste test is coming up next. Now it's time to go ahead and take a bite. Oh man, I ain't had fried pork chops in years. Man. The pork chop is tender, juicy, well seasoned. I mean, it is absolutely delicious. I'm telling y'all, try the recipe. It's really good. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. So until next time, take care, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Peace.